Hello everyone, and here is a quick look at PowerPoint. Now we have a very simple presentation. I found it over the internet, which is talking about the best practice, the worst, sorry, practices about doing PowerPoint presentations. And PowerPoint in general is a very simple software. There is nothing too much into it. I mean, you can do all sorts of things there, of course, but there are many caveats that you need actually to avoid. So, the first thing is having too much text into a PowerPoint, and also we have to be careful about the colors of the backgrounds and these things, so it won't interfere with the actual text. As well, yeah, disturbing your audience with such color scheme is of course very annoying, and I guess you are already being extremely annoyed by looking at this through your screen. Also, be careful about having too much bling bling things in your screen. Also, try to use a high res images if you can. I mean, we are right now in by the time of this recording, we are in 2017, so 2017. So please figure out how to find a very good high res image for your presentation. All right. This is basically. I mean, you can actually find the same thing over the internet, so it's actually available around. You can actually have a look at it in detail. However, you can actually start creating, for example, a new PowerPoint presentation, and then you can start adding new slides. So basically, you can change the layout of the slide whenever you want. So you can have two titles for whatever reason that is, and then you can have, of course, now every PowerPoint slide has its own designs. They have a lot of templates around which you can actually browse and have a look at. Also, what you can do is, now of course we have this like intro to PowerPoint, and this is like at fit. All right. So and here it comes to, like, this is the title, and right now here you can say this is the text, right? And then what you can do is just you can like hit Control D if you would like to duplicate this thing. So Control D, and then you can actually rearrange them if you want to. It's actually all up to you. Transitions, you can choose whatever transition you like. I usually use fade. I don't like any of those because at least it's too much for me when I look at this. So like, and this is way too much. I mean, at least for me, I don't know. So usually I use fades in my presentations if I use actually PowerPoint for any certain reason. All right. One more thing is to do is you can actually like hit Shift F5 to start from the slide which you would like to start from. So this is title 1, this is like title 2, and this is like title 3, and this is title 4. Okay. And then if you'd like to, you can hit Shift F5 to start from where you stopped. So in case you have actually like demos or something like that, so you start your PowerPoint, hit OK, next, 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 and then you escape to show some sort of a demo. You can right now immediately like say, okay, I stopped, I finished my demo, and then you hit Shift F5, and then you are back in the game. So this is one thing you could do. This is, for example, this is regarding the PowerPoint slides. A lot of us have actually played with it. You can actually like do automatic transitions after a certain duration, or after a certain duration here, or on the mouse click. So you can actually have a time if you have prepared your presentation in a timely fashion. You don't need actually to click the mouse to transition. You can let the PowerPoint just it's on its own like flips the actual slides on its own. So this is one of the things which you can in fact do. Now there's one of the interesting things which I would like to show you is the storyboarding part. So I'll actually take this layout to blank. Okay, and then with storyboarding, what you can do is in fact like simulate or do like make prototypes of user interfaces, which is actually was I mean, I wouldn't say that it's designed for exactly just only for that, but you can actually find other plugins on the internet to do things like to have other elements for storyboarding. For example, there is this Power, I forgot what it was called, Power. power prototyping or something like that, where or power storyboarding, where you can have the other elements. For example, right now I have Windows Phone here because it's built in, but you can have Android and iOS as well. And what you can do with this is, like, here's a button, and then we can have here show hide keyboard, and then excuse me, let me just like resize this. So what you can do here is having fun with this in this way. Like, I'm gonna grab this keyboard right there and just put it right here, and then I will just simply duplicate this and maybe duplicate it, and no, maybe I'll just leave it like this. So once I click on, let's say, hide, let's let it be hide here for now, so hide keyboard. So I will grab this, oops, well, okay, let it be, sorry, because I'm actually on the second slide, I'll just say this show keyboard, and I'll say this hide. All right, oh, it's already there. So I'm gonna grab this and I'll just remove it from here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna right click and do a hyperlink, and I will say place it in this document, and then I will say grab the second slide, and when I would like to show the keyboard, I will just simply like say, okay, we're gonna go to the first slide. Okay, so you're gonna have some sort of, like, if I hit press F5, so I have the link, so if I do this, you have some sort of like interactivity of some sort. So if I even have another button, let's say, which is something, all right, and then I will just simply grab this, I'll just duplicate it with Control D, and I will just simply say, okay, we're gonna be in a completely new screen with a new address bar here. So for example, we have a new address bar like this, then you have, I don't know, another progress bar or whatever. So I'm gonna have this something to do a hyperlink to the third slide. At least I hope so. So if I hit F5, so hide keyboard and show it, of course something is gone, but if I hit something, I get completely different screen. So right now you can have, actually, you can simulate a full application with that. If you would like to present a certain UI concept to a customer or something like that, you have actually this ability to do this. So so I guess this is one of the interesting skills that you can actually bend PowerPoint in that way, so you can actually use it in a much more, how can I say, effective way, other than presentations, of course. You have other alternatives, like, I wouldn't say alternatives, but there have other things like Sway, Microsoft Sway. You have, but with Microsoft Sway, you don't have a control over animations or anything. You just simply put the content in there, and it will figure out on its own. You have Prezi. If you are not familiar with it, this is how it's look like. So Prezi. So it's actually a PowerPoint, like a PowerPoint alternative, where you have actually really, like, the presentation goes in that fashion, like they are actually animating from one point to another. It is something that's non-linear, which is quite interesting if you have a non-linear presentation. You have as well Reveal.js, which is quite famous HTML based presentation system, where you can actually start making your presentations in HTML. You can actually modify the code and everything. Let's hope it will just work. Oh, okay. Let's see if it's, for some reason it's a little bit sticking right there. Hello. Oh, let me see again. Now, since it's actually displayed the title, there we go. So you have like these presentation where you can actually go up and down. So this is quite interesting. You can see the navigation over here. You can see as well the progress bar. So this is actually kind of interesting. You can also use all the HTML tags which you have if you want to. So this is actually kind of cool. So you have as well an interesting transitions. So this is kind of cool as well. You have the zoom if you'd like to blow people away or something. So you have all that available at your fingertips, which you can actually use in case that you don't like PowerPoint for any sort of reason. So this is one of the things which I would recommend you to look at. So this is how to use in a really, really short manner how to use PowerPoint, because there is nothing actually. PowerPoint is almost identical to all Microsoft's Office suite in terms of management of styles and text and everything. So there is nothing um, that's extremely fancy or something that's actually like a critical point to present. This thing which I wanted to show you is like a couple quick keyboard shortcut keys, as well as showing you how to do this user interface prototype, because people are actually using this in production. They are using really PowerPoint to present user interface prototypes with it. Okay, so thank you a lot for watching, and hopefully we'll see each other next time.